On the morning of the seventh day, we left Killarney and headed north along the west coast of Ireland. Our first stop was the romantic garden town of Adare. Adare is often hailed as the most beautiful town in all of Ireland. With its quaint thatched cottages and luxurious, romantic manor castles, it has earned the reputation as the wedding capital of Adare, becoming a renowned tourist destination not only in Europe but also worldwide. One of Adare's landmarks is the thatched cottages, situated not far from the main street. These cottages feature roofs made of layers upon layers of reeds, some up to a meter thick, adorned with flower-filled courtyards, creating an atmosphere of rustic elegance and romantic charm. Adare Town Park is another highlight. With its unique thatched gazebos and tree-lined winding paths, serving as the perfect backdrop for many weddings and a favorite spot for photography. Adare Manor House is a grand Gothic-style mansion and one of Ireland's most beautiful estates. Today, the main building of the estate has been transformed into a five-star luxury hotel. Its opulent, romantic, and beautiful castle, set against the natural backdrop of forests and lawns, makes it an ideal venue for weddings and a sought-after destination for celebrities around the globe. Adjacent to the Adare Heritage Centre, the Trinitarian Priory is Ireland's only Trinitarian monastery. Leaving Adare, we made a brief stop in Limerick, situated by the Shannon River. Limerick is Ireland's third largest city, where we visited the Shannon Bridge and the Treaty Stone. Limerick is renowned as the City of the Treaty because the first treaty between Ireland and England was signed here on October 3, 1691. The treaty was engraved on a stone, hence its name, the Treaty Stone. After departing from Limerick, we continued our journey towards our main destination for the day, the Cliffs of Moher. The Cliffs of Moher are a renowned landmark located on the western edge of central Ireland, standing as the tallest cliffs in Europe. Facing the vast Atlantic Ocean, they rise over 200 meters above sea level and stretch for over 8 kilometers. With their majestic natural scenery, peculiar geological formations, and rich ecological environment, the Cliffs of Moher have become one of Ireland's most spectacular natural wonders. The Cliffs of Moher were also one of the highlights we anticipated the most throughout our journey. We prepared our cameras early in the morning, hoping to capture the continuous expanse of cliffs, the rugged terrain, and the layered rock formations as we gazed into the distance. We looked forward to witnessing the roaring waves of the Atlantic and the seabirds soaring and calling amidst the spray. Unfortunately, today's weather turned out to be the worst of our trip. All our expectations could only be fulfilled on the screens of the visitor center. When we arrived at the Cliffs of Moher, all we saw was a gloomy expanse of sea and sky. Unexpectedly, the cliffs in June were surprisingly cold in the wild winds and rain of the Atlantic. The wind here was so strong it felt like the entire ocean was rushing towards us. Regrettably, we had to cancel our planned boat tour to admire the Cliffs of Moher and take refuge in the Cliffs of Moher Visitor Experience Center, where we tried to imagine the sights we couldn't see. We hurriedly left the Cliffs of Moher and arrived in Galway. Galway is the fifth largest city on the island of Ireland and was once named the European Region of Gastronomy in 2018. When we arrived, the weather was still changeable, with intermittent sunshine and rain. We visited Ayr Square in the city center. Then, when the rain stopped, we strolled through William Street to Dock Street, along winding cobblestone streets, admiring the lively bars, shops, and street art. After enjoying a seafood dinner here, we continued north to Ballina. The rain continued unabated, and we checked into the Doubletree Hotel. We spent the 7th night of our journey here. On the 8th morning, we continued our journey north along the west coast of Ireland, heading towards Northern Ireland. Before entering Northern Ireland, we made a brief stop in Drumcliffe. We visited Drumcliffe Cemetery, the final resting place of the renowned Irish poet and playwright William Butler Yeats. Yeats was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1923. After a brief stop in Drumcliffe, we concluded our journey within Ireland. During our 5-day trip in Ireland, attractions like the Guinness Storehouse in Dublin, the Happy Farmer's Night, the Ring of Kerry Day Tour in Killarney, and the beautiful town of Adare left a lasting impression on us. Despite encountering rainy weather during our visit to the cliffs of Moher, it was still worth seeing. Perhaps you might be lucky enough to catch better weather. Ireland's perennial rain contributes to its lush countryside scenery. Here, you'll find shimmering lakes, vast green pastures, and stunning coastlines. Besides the scenic beauty, we also experienced the kindness of the Irish people and their friendliness towards tourists. Now, we are heading further north, preparing to cross the border into Northern Ireland. In the next video, we'll continue to share the itinerary of the Best of UK and Ireland tour.